In a time marked by idolatry and oppression, a man arose whose name carried a powerful declaration: "The Lord is God." This man was Elijah the Tishbite, a prophet shaped by the wilderness, known for his courage, unwavering faith, and deep connection with the Most High. His journey spans extreme landscapes, a devastating drought that struck an entire nation, a decisive confrontation on Mount Carmel, the deep solitude of the desert, and finally, his glorious departure, taken to heaven without experiencing death. It all began when Elijah declared a drought that would last. For years, the land dried up, the skies were shut, and Israel fell into despair. Yet while the people suffered, God sustained his prophet in supernatural ways. By the brook Cherith, hidden among the rocks, Elijah was fed by ravens, a quiet miracle repeated day after day. Later, he was sent to Zarephath, where he met a widow on the brink of despair. With only a handful of flour and a little oil, she was preparing her final meal. But through the prophet's word, scarcity turned into provision. The supply did not run out, and hope returned to that home. When the widow's son died, Elijah cried out to God with intensity, and life returned to the child, revealing the power of the true God even in a foreign land. After 3 years of drought, Israel was in ruins. Even so, King Ahab and Queen Jezebel continued to promote the worship of Baal. That's when Elijah reappeared and issued a challenge that would mark history. On Mount Carmel, before the people and 450 prophets of Baal, it was decided the God who answered with fire would be recognized as the true God. The prophets of Baal cried out, shouted, and even wounded themselves in desperate rituals, but nothing happened. The heavens remained silent. When it was Elijah's turn, he rebuilt the Lord's altar, prepared the sacrifice, and even ordered it to be drenched with water, making any natural fire impossible. Then he prayed, and in that moment, fire fell from heaven with overwhelming power, consuming everything: the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and even the water. At this, the people fell face down and declared with one voice, "The Lord is God. The Lord is God!" Soon after, Elijah prayed again, and a small cloud appeared on the horizon. Within moments, the sky filled, and rain poured down upon the dry land, ending years of suffering. But even this victory did not bring rest to the prophet. When Jezebel heard what had happened, she threatened his life. Overcome with fear and exhaustion, Elijah fled into the wilderness. Weary and broken, he asked God to take his life. There, at his lowest point, an angel cared for him, bringing food and strength to continue. Led by God, Elijah reached Mount Horeb. There, he had a life-changing encounter with the Lord. First came a powerful wind, then an earthquake, and after that, fire. But God was not in any of them. Finally, a gentle whisper came, and in that softness, Elijah recognized the voice of the Most High. God renewed his mission and revealed that he was not alone. Thousands in Israel had remained faithful. Moving forward, Elijah found Elisha and called him to be his successor. They walked together for a time until the day of the prophet's departure arrived. At the Jordan River, Elijah struck the waters with his cloak, and they parted. Then as he walked with Elisha, something extraordinary happened. A chariot of fire appeared, pulled by horses of fire, separating the two. Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind before his disciples' eyes. His cloak fell, and Elisha picked it up, continuing the mission. Elijah's story did not end there. His legacy crossed generations. Centuries later, his spirit would be associated with the ministry of John the Baptist, and at the transfiguration of Christ, he appeared once again. In glory, Elijah was a man like any other, subject to fear and weakness. Yet he lived extraordinary experiences with God. He confronted kings, challenged corrupt systems, witnessed impossible miracles, and also faced deep loneliness. His life remains a living testimony that God is still the same, powerful, present, and faithful. And the message echoes through time. The Lord is God. The Lord is God.